2023's been quiet. Car's a bit quiet. Mum and Dad are in the front seat. I'm in the back. Traditional. Guess it's appropriate. These are some of my thoughts that day. Driving. Classic crematorium vibes on the way. 4 chapels on the go, really getting into their work. It never seems dignified, waiting for the right hearse in the queue to go in. This service is full of faces from the old street. Faces unseen since we left in 1988. These characters, the main characters of Windermere Road. There's Shirley from number 1 on the corner. She's about 80 now, and she was an early adopter of the plastic water bottles to stop dogs shitting on your lawn. Shirley always looked at me like I'd let her down. And it's the same today when we say hello and goodbye. There's Aileen and Les, Catholics, which for me at the time was exotic. Aileen was loud and kind, which is a great combo. Les was less vocal. He had fast cars and washed them in singlet and shorts, pumping Casey Kasem's American Top 40 to the street. And their older kids sometimes looked after us. Andrew had a bit of a reputation, and he smoked ciggies. Andrea had sumptuous black hair that I was thinking I'd like to touch. One night they talked about who the sexiest man in rock was, and Andrea said that Brian Ferry was by far. I took note of this. Also here are Alan and Kathy Wolfe. They went to the same church as Mum. When my friend Garth and I went trick-or-treating at the Wolfe's place, Kathy shouted at us to get off her steps. "Go away, we don't recognise Halloween here." Kathy hated Halloween. More people hated Halloween then. My brother and their son Dean played guitar, trying to write songs in the style of Bon Jovi. Oh yeah, nothing's gonna stop us. Oh yeah, we've come so far. Who cares what someone else might say? They are just so bizarre. Even my 5-year-old ears thought it was fucking awful. Once at the Wolf's place, walking past the toilet, I heard Kathy, the mum, in there singing. When you've got a white wings, Mum, you've got it made. That incident and the Halloween thing meant I never went back to the Wolf's house. Alf and Loretta, our neighbours, next-door neighbours, had no kids. They had poodles, exchange students, and lots of holidays. Their house was chintzy, it was white and gold, and they had the latest tech brought from Japan and Hong Kong, video recorders, cameras, and battery-operated penguins that went upstairs and then came down a slide. They were nice. And they had a bar, and it was adorned with pictures. One said, "Love thy neighbour, but not too much." And another one was a sports action painting of a John Player Special Formula 1 car in motion. Alf and Loretta were the epicentre of our street. Alf was a larrikin with immovably parted hair, and he knew everything in the street, and he held very strong views, many problematic. And Loretta was a queen. She sat in the back seat of their Volvo while Alf drove them to nice events. And she won competitions on the radio, and they showered us kids with presents, and they had parties, they knew people, they were kind of glamorous. Loretta died 2 years ago. Back then, in 1985, I saw TV weatherman Mike Bailey visit their house for a barbecue. He told Australia what the weather was like. He was on TV. Through Loretta, who loved to gossip, we found out that Mike Bailey was actually with Romper Room's Miss Helena. Apparently they met at a telethon. I love Romper Room. Every kid did. It was compulsory viewing. Every day a group of 5-year-old kids hung out with the host, Miss Helena, and her puppet bee, Mr. Doobie, and all the kids watched. The kids learned things. They drank milk, I don't know what, and they did some activities, and it was like school, but it was fun. The show employed the magic mirror device. Miss Helena looked down the camera through a mirror-shaped prop. I can see Anna, and I can see Stephen, and I can see Sarah. At home, I couldn't believe the sorcery. It's two-way television. She'd never seen me in the magic mirror. Duncan was not a cool name. It had already been converted to Dunnican in kindergarten. But after difficult negotiations and seeing a window of opportunity and a lot of sooking, Mum spoke to Loretta, Loretta spoke to Miss Helena, and in time, a huge announcement came. Miss Helena wasn't just going to see me through the magic mirror, I was going on the show. Oh! High on newfound stardom, I insisted my friend Garth should come too. He, like me, had never been called out in the magic mirror. Garth was also an unpopular name in 1985. Soon, the biggest day of our lives arrived. We were heading to Channel 7's studios en route to our televisual debut. In the back seat, we nervously play with Garth's transformer, Soundwave, a boombox come Decepticon that turns into small robots, with cassettes that turn into small robots of death. And I practice a riddle with Garth that I'm going to dazzle the panel with. You ready? What has eyes, is round and brown and lives under the ground? Nothing from Garth. A potato, I offer. Nothing from Garth. He probably doesn't get it. Miss Helena will get it. She's great. Next thing, we're sitting on a studio set, and it's much less of a classroom than it seems on TV. We're looking into semi-darkness, like now, and shadowy figures operate studio cameras, and bright lights are beaming down on us, and the set seems flimsy. This is happening. Action, the show begins. We're introduced by Miss Helena, and that's when I start to get nervous. While other kids have stories of holidays and sporting achievements, when it gets to me, I squirt out something about having been to the eye doctor. I feel lucky to have Garth by my side today, but even he knows I just bombed. We do the Romper Room things. We punch balloons, we drink more milk, we walk on a beam with a beanbag on our head and listen to the puppet bee buzz its wisdom. Miss Helena translates it into English. In our episode, Mr. Doobie, via Miss Helena, told us about the country code. If you open a gate, you shut the gate. The show takes a bit of a break, and Miss Helena says to get our things for show and tell. Show and tell? What show and tell? I've forgot about show and tell. I've got nothing to show and ergo have fuck all to tell. I look out in panic to the blackness of the studio. Mum! She looks back at me how now I look at my daughter when she brings me an unexpected and unreasonable problem of her own design for me to solve. My heart is beating faster. Mum heads out to the car park to see if there's anything left in our boxy but cheerful yellow Toyota Corona. And we're back in a minute, says the producer. We return to our places at the desk, all but me laden with booty. Mum returns with the one thing left of mine in the car. Righto. This will have to do. No turning back. Any port in a storm, the show must go on. And we're back in 5, 4, 3... The other kids have brought photos and artwork. One girl has a Surfers Paradise t-shirt with rainbow puffy paint and a toy from Dreamworld. And Garth has Soundwave and transforms him in his cassette friends very dexterously. Now it's my turn. You're on TV, Duncan. Permission to shine. From beneath the counter that we all sit behind, I reveal my parka. I walk Miss Helena through the features of my tired winter jacket. I zip its zips, and I press its press studs, and I point to the sew-on badge from Katoomba. Silence. I can picture Shirley from Number One's underwhelmed face looking at me. Miss Helena asks, hopefully, if I've got something else I want to share. Come on, mate. Desperate to salvage something from the growing bin fire, I say I've got a good riddle. I compose myself. What has eyes, is round and brown and lives? Before I can complete my sentence, Garth looks at me. This potato, I told you in the car. More silence. And another version of underwhelmed Shirley appears above me. Miss Helena wraps things up and my Nightmare Children's Television debut is complete. Garth and I are still friends. It's true. Our rare catch-ups are magic and Romper Room barely gets a mention. But now, at Alf's funeral service, I'm sitting next to my older brother, Simon. It's hit him hard. Alf loved Simon and vice versa. They both loved the Parramatta Eels, photography and model trains. I think that Alf thought I was a bit of a punish. But he heckled me lovingly. Alf kept my Romper Room debacle on video next to his state-of-the-art VHS recorder. And he often mentioned to me of its existence and assured me it would be played at my 18th. He'd been at home on his own at their place for a couple of years since Loretta had died, and the last time I'd seen him had been at her funeral. And Alf never played the tape in public. But now I have, for him.
Duncan Fellows, ladies and gentlemen.